And public health practitioner Bose Ironsi joins me now for discussions on this next phase of easing of the lockdown. Good to have you join us, Bose Ironsi. Now, we have just ended, or we're about to
Thank you very much.
We're about to end the second phase of the ease of the lockdown, where we saw government lift travel restrictions. There was also the full reopening of financial institutions and other organizations. How do you think we've fared in that second phase?
Well, I think it was, we have not done so badly, but I also believe that it was obvious that we cannot keep locking down the citizen, and that there is need for measures to be put in place to ease out gradually. And I think that's, I don't think we are doing badly, except the fact that, like what the tax force have just said, that the people are still not obeying what they are expected to do to prevent the escalation of the pandemic. But in terms of easing out the lockdown, we have seen that people are beginning to adjust to the fact that, for example, the markets are not going to be opening every day. We are beginning to live with that. And we are also beginning to see that it is possible for schools to, if you gradually open the schools to a level, so that it's not everyone that is in school. But I think that what we need to do is more of awareness and more engaging with the people, rather than looking at enforcement. I think we should also be sharing more information in our local languages, interacting with the communities and all that.
All right, so there are new developments now. We know that schools have reopened for students in exit classes. Worship centers in Lagos are expected to reopen this Sunday, and so as well as Ogun State, while some other states have reopened worship centers. We're also hearing from the Presidential Task Force that the low figures we have seen in recent days was occasioned by fatigue on the part of health workers. So, as we enter the new phase today, or we hear announcements on a new phase, what are some of the things you think should go into this new phase?
One critical thing I think we need to be wary about is the fact that the community or the citizen needs to know that we cannot afford to have another lockdown, and also we cannot afford to see an escalation of this infection. So, in doing that, I think there's need for good engagement with every stakeholders. The churches, I mean, we need to understand the importance of having to respect the regulations that have been put in place. For example, there should be provision for face masks, and make sure that it is enforced, especially in the religious environment, because that's where there's a lot of interaction with people and all that. I think that also in school, we need to sanction schools that have not provided, have not made provisions to protect their students and all that. And I think that what we are seeing, it's also showing us that we cannot, some of these rules, we need government to live by example, by making sure that when we are faced in this kind of circumstances, that they are able to protect the people. It's not just to say, don't do that, don't do that. We also want to see no exception, no impunity in terms of people, government agencies, and all that. I think that if we are able to maintain that, making sure that the community people see the need to continuously respect the regulations that are put in place, and probably scapegoat with some, I mean, make sure that people are disciplined when they don't do that, I think a lot of people will take responsibility.
Public health practitioner Bose Ironsi, thanks for talking to TVC News.
Thank you very much.